Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing phenomenal. Today I want to talk to you about risk. Whether it's in business or your personal life, risk is there. If you're willing to accomplish something great, risk is part of the equation. It truly is. Anytime that I've taken on a new project, a new endeavor, I have risked the possibility that I may fail. It's that simple. If you're looking to do something truly incredible, you have to take a risk. Well, the risk is that you may fail. The risk is that you may have to give certain things up. I don't know if that's a risk or giving things up, but you may lose certain aspects of all the things that you're doing. Pardon me while my phone rings, and I have to hang that up. I don't know who that is. So somebody took a risk in calling me, and probably it was a telemarketer, and the risk is that I would hang up. And it was true. I hung up on him. Think about everything that you do on a daily basis. Thank you, by the way, for joining me and listening to my rant about risk. Risk is something that we take in our hands every day when we allow someone else to participate in our lives. I took a risk this morning when I got in my car. Here's where I'm talking about the risk. I'm driving on a two-way street with a double yellow line. Now, the risk I took is that hopefully somebody coming at me from the other side, on the other side of the road, stays on their side. That's it. That's a risk. That is a risk. We do that every day without even thinking about it, that when you're driving on a two-way street, that the other person stays in their lane. It's a risk when you get in your car that somebody won't hit you. I've been in an accident. People have hit me. I've been a driver when people have hit me. And believe it or not, I was a passenger when somehow miraculously my life was spared because it was such a hard hit. I was on the passenger. It hit me on the right side as a passenger. And actually, I was hit at probably 70, 80 miles an hour. Nothing happened to me. Not a scratch. My neck was good. My body was good. The car was totaled, but I lived. Getting in a car is a risk. You never know what someone else may do. That's a risky situation if you think about it. Let me pull away a little bit. When you leave your house, you take a risk. You don't know what other people are going to do, how they're going to act. Listen, some people have been killed when they went shopping, when they went to the grocery store. They got shot at the grocery store. Somebody ran them over. There's so many things, but we cannot live in a bubble. If you remember that old movie with John Travolta, he was in a bubble. We can't live our lives that way. So every day we know that there's risks involved in living our lives to the fullest. We need to constantly be aware that we take risk. When you when you take medication, there's that risk that you may have an adverse reaction to that medication unless you've taken it before and you've never maybe it's all been okay. But if you're taking new medication, you never know what reaction your body will go into, whether it'll even be effective. So every day we take risk. I had created the thumbnail that says, no lifeguard on duty, swim at your own risk. And when you see a sign like that and you see the water, you know how many people get in the water? They don't even look at the sign at all. Sometimes taking risk means that you're confident that you're going to get through it, that you're going to survive. I have almost drowned a few times. First time, somebody held me down. Second time, the ocean kept swallowing me up. I was hit by wave after wave after wave. I came out a mile away from where I was with a bloody face and a chest because the wave came and hit me and slammed me into the ground and then dragged me along the bottom. It was a scary time. I was young. I was probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 13. Maybe 14. I was with friends and I was talking to my friends and the ocean was behind me. The shore was in front of me. And my friends were looking. So I figured that there had been no waves. It was calm. We were way deep because the water had truly receded. And now I know better. But I was young. And we were way out there and it was only up to our knees. So I'm there, I'm talking to my friends, and they're seeing this incredible, huge wave about to slam us all down. And instead of telling me, Raphael, look at what's going on over there, they didn't do anything. They prepared themselves so that when the wave was coming, they would dive into it. Meanwhile, I had my back to it. So when the wave came, all I saw was the reaction. And by the time I was about to turn, it was too late and the wave hit me. Oof. And then I got up and another one came and another one came and another one came. And eventually I kept trying to get out and it kept tumbling me. I tumbled when the wave hit and I got scraped. And by the time I was able to finally get away, I was a mile away from where my friends were. They were looking for me. They thought I was gone. And then I came and then I started looking because I remembered obviously where we had put our towels. And I think we were with one of their parents. And what wound up happening is I remembered, because I always do that, I pay attention to where I am. And so I walk back to where we are and I'm bloodied. And they're like, oh my God, we thought you were dead. No lifeguard was on duty at that particular part of the beach. We thought we were safe. They were safe because they were looking. I was not safe because I trusted in them. Now I know better. I know better that anytime I go swimming in the ocean or anywhere, I take a look and see what's available, what's around, what's going on. If the water receded, you know it's going to come back eventually. and it's going to slam down. Every day, I take a risk. I take a risk even coming here, showing up, that there is someone who's going to even pay attention to, even listen to anything I'm saying. What risks have you taken lately? I did a couple of shows on Friday. I even participated in a summit where I spoke for 30 minutes. And that's a risk that somebody, maybe nobody, will even acknowledge that you even spent time, you did your research, your homework, your studying, and bring forth your knowledge. We all take that risk when we go to work every day. If you work for someone, or like myself, I work for myself, we take a risk that our business will be there. Every day when we ingest something, food or whatever, that it's not contaminated. We don't think about these things because it's not something that is at the top of mind. I mean, listen, I have a banana. I love bananas. I eat one every day. How will that banana affect my life? That's a question. But it's not one I ask myself all the time. By the way, in case you're curious, a banana, this one's ripe. If I let it go too much longer, it will start to truly turn. A banana is basically two fruits in one because of the amount of sugar a banana has. So you need to make sure that you understand what you're putting in so that you don't overdo it on the sugar, on the salt, on the all of these different things, that mercury if you eat too much fish or whatever it is, that you are taking care of the risk. Everything worthwhile in life has a risk. Relationships have a risk. And you say, Sifu, what do you mean by relationships have a risk? Well, listen, relationship has risks because you're willing to believe in the other person that they're going to be loyal to you. That's a risk. They're taking a risk on you that you're going to be loyal to them. A risk of an argument, if we don't communicate on a regular basis, man, that's a huge risk. That's a huge risk. So I ask you to enhance your communication to build wealth, but not only wealth, but to build the wealth of knowledge that you need to have in your life. Communication. It's about relationships. It's about taking a risk. When you when you ask someone on a date, there is the risk that they will say no. But you're willing to take that risk anyway because it is worth it. What if they say yes? What if they say yes and then boom? It's beautiful. So don't be afraid to take risks, but just be aware that there's a risk in everything that we do in our lives. Risks, take them, but be careful. Always do your best to be aware of what your risk can truly, truly. Let me put it this way. What can truly happen when you take a risk? If you want to connect with me, it's pretty easy. Sifu at speakingprowess.com. If you want to come on my shows, reach out. I would love to have you on the shows as long as you are somebody who's willing to risk an opportunity to shine, an opportunity to impact others. I only bring people on my shows who I know that their value is worth me taking a risk on them and them taking a risk on being on my show. I look forward to seeing you soon. Have yourself an exceptional Monday and oof, make today a beautiful day. Every day we take risks. What are you willing to risk today to make your life worth it? You, my friend, are worth it. You have so much value. Yes, you. You do. You do. You need to understand that the value that we have and that we show in the world is because we're willing to take risks. Have a beautiful day. Talk to you guys soon.